Dear friends, in previous video I have discussed about meaning, definition, characteristics, purposes, barriers of research and role of nurse in research. In today's session I am going to discuss about types of research. I am very much thankful to all my channel subscribers and viewers for supporting and showing interest in my lecture. Dear friends, welcome to Chanagiri's Nursing Education Tutorials. Let us discuss the types of research and nursing research in today's session. Types of research, also known to be kinds of research. In the field of research, we do find many kinds of or types of research. All types of research broadly classified on the basis of their nature of study, such as on the basis of setting, on the basis of structure of research, on the basis of approaches, on the basis of presence of control or comparison group, on the basis of time of study, on the basis of investigation or independent variable, on the basis of paradigm, and on the basis of purposes. Let us discuss one by one. First, the type of research will be drawn on the basis of setting. Here, we do find two kinds of research. That is, the first one is laboratory research, also called as clinical research, and second one is natural research, also called as field research. Laboratory research. In such kind of research, the study will be conducted in a laboratory. For example, reaction of substance on X organ. Here, investigator choose a substance and study by applying it on an organ in a laboratory. Let me explain it further that the effect of paracetamol drug on liver. So the investigator studies the effects of paracetamol drug on liver. Here, investigator choose some subjects or samples and ingest the drug into liver of a subject and do the observation and find out the results. Another best example I can quote here to invent the vaccine against said disease. Here, the investigator study the effect of vaccine on particular animals in a laboratory, and if the outcome of the study is feasible, then he moves to test the vaccine on human being. That is what laboratory research. Next one is field research. That is, the research is conducted in the community setup or one particular field. We may say it as human, agricultural, engineering, nursing, etc. Or we may say it outside the laboratory, which all studies will be conducted. Those all are called field or natural studies. Here, investigator wants to examine the natural phenomena. Some studies involve both types, means first the study will be conducted in laboratory, then it will be tested in the field. For example, vaccines. The next type of research is drawn on the basis of highly structured or unstructured research, means if investigator administers structured or predetermined questions to all the samples to collect the information or data is said to be structured research. If investigator administers unstructured questions is said to be unstructured research. Let us take an example of an ancient temple. Here the researcher draw a list of questions to collect data regarding that particular temple, such as what kind of temple it is, when did it built up, who built up the temple, etc. And here the samples will give the answer for each question. If investigator asks only a question such as what it is, then samples start giving answer in their own way, which is termed as unstructured questions or unstructured research. And research study will be known as unstructured research study. Next kind of research may be drawn on the basis of its approach, that is, experimental and non-experimental. If investigator studies the cause and effect relationship between two variables, that is, independent and dependent, then it is said to be experimental research. And in a study, if independent variable is absent or having only one variable, is known as the non-experimental study. Let us take an example here. A study to evaluate the effectiveness of A on B among the X population residing at Z area. In such kind of studies, we do find two variables, that is variable A, that is independent, and variable B, that is dependent variable. And here the investigator wants to study the effect of A on B among the population of X. Such kind of research studies are said to be experimental. In other example, a study to assess the A among the X population residing at Z area. If you observe the statement of study, here we do find only one variable, that is A, called as research variable. So, such kind of studies called as non-experimental studies. The next type of research drawn on the basis of presence of control or comparison group, that is, between the subjects comparison and within the subject comparison, means here investigator is going to compare the results of his experiment between two groups. For example, a study to assess the knowledge of anatomy and physiology between first year GNMs and BSc nursing students studying in X college. In such kind of study, we do find two groups, that is first year BSc nursing students and first year GNM nursing students. Here, investigator wants to compare the knowledge of anatomy and physiology between these two students. This comparison between the subject is said to be between the subject comparison study. Let us take another example, that is impact of structured teaching program on knowledge regarding basic life support among third year BSc nursing students studying in X college. Here we do find only one group, that is third year BSc nursing students. If investigator wants to control the extraneous variables, means the variables which affect the results of the study other than independent variable, then he divides the same group into two groups, that is one is experimental group in which he does the experiment, and other one is control group in which he does not do any experiment, and compare the results between these two groups. Such kind of studies are said to be within group comparison study. Next kind of research is based on time of study, that is cross-sectional and longitudinal research studies. If the investigator collects the data at only one point of time, is said to be cross-sectional, and data collected at many points of time over an extended period is said to be longitudinal research. The next kind of research is based on the investigation of independent variable, that is retrospective means backward study and prospective means forward study. Here I want to quote an example, that lung cancer. For this, investigator want to collect the data of a lung cancer patient. He has to collect the previous data related to causative factor of lung cancer. Such kind of studies are said to be retrospective study. Another example, if the investigator wants to study the incubation period of coronavirus, In such kind of study, the investigator injects the virus into host and wait till signs and symptom arises in the host. Means here the investigator seeing forward. Such kind of studies are said to be prospective studies. Next type of research is based on paradigm, that is qualitative and quantitative studies, means measurable and non-measurable studies. In a study, the results are expressed in terms of good, better and best or excellent, then that kind of study is said to be qualitative in nature. For example, quality of a product can be expressed in terms of good, better, best, excellent, outstanding, awesome, etc. by comparing the same product prepared by different companies. In a study, the results are expressed in numeric terms or measurable terms, that is percentage or number or in kg or in meters, etc. are said to be quantitative studies. For example, how many students clear their exams, and the answer will be 100 students out of 150 or 75% passing rate, like that. Kind of studies are called as quantitative studies. Next kind of studies can be drawn on the basis of its purposes, that is basic research, applied research and action research. General research to explain or explore the phenomena are said to be basic research. Application of theory or phenomena to find out or evaluate the results are said to be applied research, and finding new results are said to be action. So friends, this is about kinds of research. I hope all of you have understood the types or kinds of research. Next session we will discuss regarding evolution of nursing research. Till that time, take care and thank you for being with me and watching the video. Thank you.